about this. Just because you put in a cool new piece of ad technology doesn't mean that the demand is going to show up. So I'm going to use a little bit of an analogy here, like selling a house. But the real question is this true? Build it and they will come. And the answer is probably not. It might work in movies, but it doesn't work in the real world. So what are we doing here at Appnexus in partnership with our publishers? After we get all this cool technology in, and we've talked about the ad server and the video and the mobile and all the great things that we do, but what happens after that? How do we make sure the demand comes in? So let's talk a little bit about this. We have a set of publisher monetization services. And we don't talk about this very much. It's something that we're rolling out and that I'm happy to announce as something that we can provide to publishers that are using our ad server, using our SSP, to really make sure that we're delivering the demand that's going to deliver the yield that we're promising here. And there are three main pieces to this. Demand enablement, connecting up the pipes. Then there's optimization, which is making sure that your inventory is ready to be sold effectively. And then there's supply evangelism, which is making sure that the buyers know that your inventory is available. And again, I'm going to use this analogy of selling a house as a way to sort of think about some of these services. So the first thing, if you have a house and you want to sell it, is you have to make sure that it's possible for buyers to buy it. You know, if your foundation is broken or your bathrooms don't work or something, no one's gonna buy it. So let's set it up, let's fix the foundation so that it's possible for buyers to actually buy. And in the context of ad technology, this means connecting up the pipes. This is demand enablement, making sure that all of the different DSPs out there are enabled for your supply, making sure that the whitelists and the blacklists aren't blocking your supply, and just ensuring that everything's set up properly, testing the pipes, making sure that it's all connected. So this is the demand enablement piece. One of the key innovations that we've brought to the market to help with this is called Appnexus Direct. And Appnexus Direct we're using right now primarily for demand enablement to help make sure that all of our publisher supply, our direct publisher supply, is in one easy place for the buyers to connect up and be able to buy across. So this helps the supply from our publishers, from you folks, make sure that it gets into the hands of the buyers easily, quickly, and efficiently. So demand enablement, connect up the pipes. What's the next thing if you're trying to sell your house? Well, now that your house has the foundation that, bathrooms that work and all that sort of thing, you still want to make it look pretty nice, right? So the next thing we want to do is stage it. We want to get some nice furniture in there. We want to make it look really nice so the buyers, when they come in, they say, oh, wow, this is really great. So this is about making sure that you have your floor pricing set properly, making sure that you have deal pricing, all the policies around the kinds of creatives that you can accept, the kinds of data that you make visible, all of those kinds of things are the things that make your inventory look more attractive to the buyers. We have a lot of expertise in this area. We have a lot of best practices in this area, and we have a lot of data science in this area that can help you do a better job of making your inventory look attractive to buyers. And so we bring in our monetization team, and here's a case study that we've done, and I'm happy to share the details of this. It's quite a detailed case study. But I want to call your attention mostly to that 53% unfilled. This is a real customer. We went in and we said, how come you're getting 53% of your inventory is effectively going unfilled? What's going on there? And by changing some of the parameters, changing their prioritization, by changing some of the policies, we were able to show them how they could take that from 53% unfilled to 45% unfilled, right? Generating $1.2 million for them on an annualized basis. So this is the kind of thing that optimization, monetization assistance can really help with. And again, we have services and we have experts in-house, data science experts in-house who can help you set up these things properly to gain this kind of optimal yield. Okay, we've got our house fixed up, we've got it staged, it looks beautiful. We still have to go out and actually get the buyers to come in and see it, right? So the last piece here is, how do we make sure that we're doing the supply evangelism? going out and talking to the buyers and saying, hey, listen, did you know that this supply is available, right? So what do we do there? We help them with inventory discovery and promotion tools, right? So we have a number of both APIs and UI tools that help buyers discover what inventory is available on our platform. And if your inventory is on our platform, they're going to be able to discover your inventory and buy your inventory more effectively. We also provide recommendation services. We provide negotiation support. We help even with deal facilitation. So we are talking to bidders and buyers all the time, and we're helping them understand what it is about your inventory, your supply, that matches their needs, right? So, some of the people that we're talking to on a regular basis, we of course have our own DSP, and we talk to the folks who run that. They're in the same building as we are. But we also talk to all of the other major DSPs out there. We talk to the Trade Desk, we talk to Adform, we talk to the video guys. You just heard Eric talk about how we're working with a lot of the video guys to make sure that they're bidding on our inventory. But they want to know, what video supply do we have? How can we help them understand what it is that we have that they can bid on and buy, right? So we talk to the bidders themselves. We also talk to the buyers directly. We have a number of buyers, like the folks you see here, who are directly on the Appnexus console platform. And so we have folks who work with them day in, day out because they're on our platform. We also talk with buyers who aren't on our platform. We talk to all kinds of premium buyers because even though they may be using other DSPs, they may be using the Trade Desk, they may be using Adform or something else, right? But for us, we talk to them because our job is to promote your supply. So this is actually a question we get a lot. Well, hold on a minute. You guys have a DSP, and you have an entire group of people whose job it is to go out and sell technology to the buy side. Are you biasing? Is my supply only seeing your demand? Is it only seeing demand from your console? Should I be worried that I'm not getting full value for my inventory because I'm only seeing one source of demand? And the answer is no. In the same way that when you see a real estate agency may have some brokers who sell houses and other brokers who buy houses. And of course, they talk to each other about, if this particular buyer is suitable for that house. But it would be crazy for a broker who's selling a house to only talk to the buyers that are within the same building. They're of course going to go out and talk to all the buyers that they can find and get the best job, do the best job they can for the house that they're trying to sell. And it's the same thing with us. We have the advertiser technology group focused on delivering technology solutions for advertisers. And then we have the publisher technology group. And the publisher monetization team that I run is in the publisher technology group. So even though we spend all day long talking to buyers and talking to bidders, our job is to represent the publishers. Our clients are you guys, the publishers. And what we're trying to do is maximize the value for you. So that is why we can confidently say, no, we're not actually biasing towards any particular source of demand. Just like our technology is built from the ground up to optimize across all sources of demand, so too our services arm make sure that we're not biased towards any particular source of demand. We are trying to get the best outcome for our publisher supply. So just recapping on the publisher monetization services that we provide: demand enablement, making sure the pipes are connected. Then there's optimization, making sure that your supply is optimally set up for buying. And then there's the supply evangelism. How do we go out to the market and make sure that the buyers know that you're available? And this is all part of the Appnexus Publisher Suite, which you've heard about all day, right? We talked about the ad server, we've talked about the SSP, we've talked about our audience extension and our YieldX analytics, we've talked about video and mobile and all the aspects of the technology that we provide. And on top of that, we also provide these monetization services that help make sure that you're getting the most out of your inventory. So you've heard about the technology, you've heard about the services. Our entire object of the Publisher Technology Group is to make sure that your inventory gets sold. So thank you very much.